Propolis. And when I was saying one time recently, right, you guys saw the post about it being a game changer for the chronically ill. I mean it. And there's a lot to be said about propolis and how it works. But the problem with propolis, there hasn't been really great propolises out there. That's one of the big problems. So I'm talking about the Vimergy propolis, right? And I just want to make it clear, I'm not sponsored. But I have to talk about it because it's that important for the chronically ill. I mean, when it comes down to like chronic illness, pathogens are involved, number one, right? We don't have a lot of tools out there, a lot of tools that handle certain pathogenic issues, all right? And so propolis is a critical piece that's missing out there. Now, there's propolis out there, but there's next level propolis, which is an entirely different thing. Now, what I love about the Vimergy propolis is because sensitive people, this is a big deal. People who are hypersensitive, their stomachs are sensitive. They're sensitive with neurological Lyme. They're sensitive with lupus. They're sensitive with food allergies. They're sensitive with things. Sensitivities. All these years, so many people being sensitive, and then the propolis is all being saturated in solvents and alcohol out there. So over the years, I'd be telling doctors, that person needs to be on propolis. Make sure you get that patient with multiple sclerosis, neurological Lyme, with lupus, with all their aches and pains, with their tinnitus, their vertigo, all this different stuff. Make sure you get that patient on propolis. But the problem has always been this. Different varieties of low-grade, horrible alcohol, right? And solvents. And then low-grade propolis from bees that aren't being taken care of, watched, right, or cared for. So this is a big deal. So I'm here to talk about propolis for a little bit. Chronic illness, aches and pains, all the different symptoms, right? Neurological symptoms, all of it. I'm talking about propolis. This is the Vimergy propolis right here in my hand. I don't usually do this. I don't usually sit here this ecstatic, like excited, because I know breakthroughs. When a breakthrough comes, and I'm all over it, right? All over it. So that's how serious this is. So I'm actually really excited about this. So I just want to say, people say, well, Vimergy is expensive. Well, it is, because it's not. In the sense where, like, for instance, this propolis right here, it's only a little over $8 an ounce. There's 4 ounces. Other propolises, you get the 1 ounce bottle, and it's $11, $10 for 1 ounce. $10, $11 for 1 ounce. This is roughly around $8, right around $8 for 1 ounce, but there's 4 ounces in the bottle. So this is a whole nother level of quality. So it's almost 4 ounces quality, and then what it offers. So I just want to talk about propolis for a little bit. So what is propolis? What is it? Propolis, what is it, right? Okay. It's phytochemical compounds, a resin created and gathered by bees from tree buds. So medicine from trees, medicine from tree buds, right? That's how incredible it is, okay? And what it is, essentially, propolis is like a glue that the bee uses to take up spaces in hives, right? Like any air coming through the hives, any open spaces. So what bees do is they take that resin and they use it as a glue to protect the nests. That's what the bees do, okay? But here's the thing, propolis harbors medicine that's ahead of everybody. It's ahead of science and research. That's it. Like, science can tap into propolis and propolis, and it's going to take them decade after decade to find out how many different phytochemical compounds, antioxidants, polyphenols that are in there. Now, the Vimergy propolis, it's done in a way to preserve those phytochemical compounds. So it's done in a way to preserve the quercetin, right? To preserve the crystalline, to preserve the galangin, to preserve these different incredible phytochemical compounds, right? And so that's the whole point. It preserves them. and then it preserves everything else in that. So there's an entire, the other thing is there's no alcohol. That's a big deal. Alcohol destroys the medicine. And I've talked about this, you guys, alcoholic tinctures. I've talked about this all the time. So alcohol tinctures. Alcohol destroys the medicine. Now you may be like, well, this isn't how interesting is this? He's talking about propolis. It makes or breaks their healing process with cold sores, herpes simplex that gets into the body. So I want to talk about stuff. So I want to bring this guy in front of me right now, okay? And let me get this guy's muscles removed here, right? So the critical thing to understand here is when it comes down to propolis, all right, here we are. All right. So when people get sick, what are they sick with? What's going on? Well, they're sick with pathogens. That's the thing they're sick with, pathogens. And they got the toxins, right? Pathogens and toxins. So you guys just came on here, we're talking about propolis, but we're not talking about just any propolis. We're talking about a breakthrough in propolis. And I've been waiting my whole life for this breakthrough. I'm just letting you know. I'm not sponsored. I'm not an ambassador to the company. I'm not an MLM person. This isn't a pyramid thing. This isn't a game. This is about the chronically ill. This is about being sick. And this is about companies, and this one specifically, that broke the mold. They went above and beyond. So this is an exciting time for people who are sick. So when it comes down to cranial nerves get inflamed because of pathogens. That's one of the things that inflames cranial nerves, okay? And that's your trigeminal nerve, right? That's your vagus nerves, right? Hypoglossal nerve, okay? So these are some of the vestibular nerve. These are the nerves that come out off the brainstem. People are sick, right? They got the ringing in the ears, vestibular problems. They got the vertigo and dizziness, right? Because of inflamed vagus nerves. They got pain in their jaws, pain in their mouth, pain in the back of their head because of their trigeminal nerves. Because of things like herpes simplex 1, they don't know, or shingles, and they don't know it, okay? They got the Epstein Barrs creating all these neurotoxins so their skin burns. They get the pudendal nerve problems, where they're getting urgency and bladder problems and pain in their groin. They get all the sciatic problems because of shingles on the sciatic nerve. So people are walking around sick, fatigued, right? And so medical medium is about like tools to battle all that all the time with all the different tools and protocols, right? And then Vimergy comes out with a propolis that takes everything to the new level. And why am I excited? Because it's more people going to get better. It's more people getting a chance to get better and move forward. I've been calling all my doctor friends and saying, you got to get your patients on this. You got to get your patients on this. This is the propolis we've been waiting for. It's that big of a deal, right? So Deborah says, does this help with neurological symptoms? And that's on Facebook, Deborah? Yes, and that's the whole point. It's for things like this, and that's what people are suffering from. So I want to talk about, like, okay, let me just give you some tips here. Cold sores. Putting propolis on cold sores and fever blisters and canker sores. That alone is amazing. When you have a propolis, you can actually dab onto cold sores to kill the bug, to help the immune system, to help the immune cells, right? That's a big deal. So people get the cold sores, and the cold sore virus sits inside the trigeminal nerve. It sits in people. And so what I love about this is people can do, talk to your doctor on what you can do, but what I recommend, friends and family, okay? Anybody that has anything going on, if they had a cold sore, that means they still have the fever, blister, cold sore, the simplex in their system. If they have EBV, they still have it in their system. If they have these bugs, they still have it in their system. This is something that be taken every single day. The propolises out there are harsh. They're harsh, you guys. They got solvents in them and alcohol in them. By the way, we're live on TikTok. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, Facebook. We're live on Rumble. We're live on a whole bunch of different platforms. Telegram, of course. So what people don't realize is that the propolis is out there. They're weak. There's alcohol and solvents in there. There's nothing like this right here out there. If you just came on here, this isn't an MLM thing. I'm not an ambassador to this company, and I'm not sponsored. It's just that when something comes out that's incredible, it's about the chronically ill, and it's about moving the needle. And that's what's critical about moving the needle. So I'm talking about dosages here, what you could do. So if you do get this, talk to your doctor on how you can take it. But this is for extra sensitive people who can't even take supplements, and people who have so much inflammation in the nerves and everything else. And it's good for anybody and good for anybody's immune system. But it's gentle on the stomach, which is a whole nother thing all on its own. It doesn't have the alcohol. It's like a liquid gold is what it is for what's happening in people's bodies right now. It's really, really remarkable. So I'm going to cover a little bit more about this. So this isn't just a game. What people realize, supplement companies and supplements, it's really kind of a big part of it. It's a game. It's really what it is. You get the cheap crap, you bottle it up, you mark it up, and you bank. That's what's done out there. The difference between like Vimergy is they actually care about the chronically ill. I know, because I've reached out to them years ago. I've become friends with them, and I told you that, guys. Just like I try to become friends with all the supplement companies out there, but they don't stay they don't stay on course. They always just go, no, it's about the dollar. Sorry, AW. I don't care about your chronically ill people. We're going to bottle up what we need to bottle up because we're all about numbers and figures. I'm fine. Done with you, man. But with Vimergy, it's all about, okay, what can we do? So these are the kind of people that I want a relationship with. So I've been friends with and they're like, well, what do people need? What do they need to heal? And so they put out a propolis, just like all their incredible stuff, right? They put out a propolis that changes everything, because when it comes down to the whole pathogen thing, people have to, if you don't believe you have a pathogen, but you believe you have a parasite, then believe you have a parasite, fine. But I would still be taking propolis. That's what I would do. So if I had a friend was like, well, I got parasites, that's what I got. Well, then propolis is what you need. Uma Kelly says, can it help with chronic sinusitis? Chronic sinusitis is the streptococcus, right? It's a lot of different strep varieties. A lot of people carry strep. People carry 6 different streps in them, 10 different streps in them. They pick them up along the way. We go to a public bathroom. We pick up another one off a toilet seat. It's just life here on planet Earth, right? So propolis is incredible for like streptococcus, for E. coli, all the different bacteria, C. diff, H. pylori, and it's easy on the stomach. People have stomach ulcers and stuff because bacteria is eating their ulcers. The propolis is something that can battle that. So what I've been doing right now between everything else on my busy schedule is I'm calling every doctor. Like I got just the Rolodex out and I'm calling every single doctor like, hey, how you been? Yep, haven't talked to you in a few months. Listen, the propolis is critical right here for people. So if you guys just came on, we're talking about propolis. We're talking about neurological symptoms too. We're talking about fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, psoriatic arthritis, RA, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism. We're talking about all the different symptoms, right? And then you got the flus, right, that are going around, that keep on coming around. I won't name any names of flus or anything, but the flus that keep on coming around. So these things really matter when you think about it for immune system and everything else, all right? So Cindy Lou, that's not true. Cindy Lou, that's actually not true. Not without the solvents. I'm just letting you know. Cindy Lou, by the way, good to see you because I know you leave a lot of YouTube comments. I read them all the time. People are misled. So what you said right there, it's very interesting what you said. But here's how it works. There's no propolises out there that haven't been involved with solvents. No propolises. It's the only one to this day. And the other ones will say alcohol-free, but they're not solvent-free, and they're hidden alcohols. That's how it's done with propolis. This is the only one, first time in our history, where they said, no, we're not going to hide anything. We're not going to hide the solvents. We're not going to hide the alcohol. We're not going to hide anything. And we're going to make sure we can do it without that. And that's it. Santara's Healing. Good to see you. So excited to get this protocol. Thanks for always looking out for us. Yeah, and you can taste it when you do a hit of it. You know what's going on. It's 1,220 milligrams per serving of this propolis. Okay? Right? And it contains 50% of its active polyphenols. Okay? That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. No propolis company can actually say that they contain up to 50% of active polyphenols. I don't care what propolis company it is, what propolis product, they can't say it. And they can't say they did it without involving solvents. They can't. That's the difference right here. That's the difference. If you just came on, I'm not an MLM, multi-level marketing guy, not involved with anything like that of the sort. I'm not sponsored by Vimergy. I'm not the owner of Vimergy. I told you guys about that. I'm not an ambassador. Okay? And I'm not into pyramid schemes. I'm into just making sure there's good stuff out there for the chronically ill, and that matters for what's happening. Now, neurological symptoms, and I told you guys, it's exploding. I remember when I gave you the forewarning about this, about all the neurological symptoms, tics, spasms, fatigue, aches and pains, blurry eyes, dizziness, vertigo, right? Burning skin, pain in the jaw, neck, face, trigeminal neuralgia, right? Fibromyalgia, all the different neurological symptoms. I told you guys that in the heart palpitations that are neurological. And I told you guys, neurological symptoms are exploding like never before. So when you see like darkness happen out there, because it's what it is, it's like darkness, and you see everybody just getting sick with neurological symptoms, then things come from the light. So then there's the light that helps to battle the darkness. And that's the difference right. So what this is a light tool, basically. Fabian says, yo, AW, hey, I was alone in a real dark place with my symptoms and illness. Then I found you, your lives. I'm honored you're here, Fabian, truly. My heart pours out to you for what you went through because basically what happens, and you're on YouTube right there, right? And basically what happens, Fabian, is people don't know what that's like if they haven't been into that dark, they haven't been in that dark place, and they haven't been there. So just know that you're a survivor, and I'm honored you're here. So someone's asking on TikTok, so how can this help fibromyalgia? So first of all, let's talk about fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia are inflamed nerves. Inflamed because of pathogens. Epstein Barr is the inflammation creator of fibromyalgia. So if you're somebody with fibro, right, and you just, your shoulders are sore, you can't bump into a wall. You can't just go and bump into a wall right here like that. You can't do that. Because what happens with fibromyalgia, you get the pain, and you get the pain in the elbows, like it just rings in here, rings in the shoulders. You can get fibromyalgia where you just hurt everywhere. You wake up in the morning and you're so sore and you're in pain. If you push it too far, everything hurts. Those are neurotoxins floating around because of the Epstein-Barr virus. That's what fibromyalgia is. And Medical Medium published it first, and now science research are starting to say, hey, Epstein-Barr causes everything now. Well, you made fun of me for saying Epstein-Barr causes so many things, and now you're taking the info. But fibromyalgia is because of Epstein-Barr, right? This is an antiviral, okay? Antiviral powerful tool, right? Antiviral, antibacterial, but antiviral. So it's one of those things where, but it's affordable, but it's also gentle. That's the difference. It's gentle. And it's the only one that didn't get run through the ringer of solvents and the alcohols and the hidden alcohols. No natural flavors, no hidden natural flavors, which is happening in all the supplements now, you guys. So this company won't do anything like that. But what happens is that other companies, they hide now all the natural flavors because Medical Medium said the natural flavors has the MSG. That's what MSG is, right? It's natural flavors. It's MM info for years now. And so what happens is, so now supplement companies they're all nervous. Oh, that Medical Medium ruined it for us. We put natural flavors in everything with MSG. And so we better hide that now. So they're hiding it. So what's happening is supplement companies in the tincture bottles are hiding all their stuff. And in the propolis world, they're infamous for hiding solvents and hiding alcohol. So this is the first propolis of its time in this day right now, in time in history right here. I'm marking this literally as one of those freedom, power, empowerment, times in history for the chronically ill. And so that's a big deal. So let me talk about how you can even use it. You can put it in a shot glass right there. You can put a little bit of water in here too. So I'll put a little bit of water in the shot glass, right? That's one way to do it. You guys, on TikTok, the link for the propolis is in the bio. On TikTok, the link in the propolis is in the bio. I mean, the link for the propolis is in the bio profile there. So anyway, yeah, you can put propolis straight on your. Lisa Marie says she puts it straight on your eczema spots. Amazing. You can put it straight on cold sores for sure. Canker sores. That's what I love for people. I tell people with the worst canker sores and cold sores. You know how you get the canker sores on the tongue? So many people get that where their tongue is hurting. All those little hot spots on their tongue. That's a great place to put it too. So that's just one thing right there. But you can, here's the thing, you can take it as a daily part of your regimen to slowly knock down pathogens so that other symptoms eventually go away. It's one of those tools. That's what it is. Courtney M.A., good to see you. I saw you leave you're on YouTube right now, live. Amazing. You made the live. You caught the live right now because you always say, I missed the live. So, Donna Short, just ordered mine. Still confused as to what it does and why it's so important. Okay, so Donna, when it comes down to the immune system, propolis is one of those critical key tools for the immune system. It does different things for the immune cells. Immune cells feed on phytochemical compounds. That's how it works. So propolis harbors phytochemical compounds, certain polyphenols, and other phytochemical compounds, any antioxidants, that the immune system gobbles up like candy. So your immune cells, lymphocytes, basophils, monocytes, neutrophils, your immune cells, right? Your white count, gobbles up these phytochemical compounds that the bees produced, strengthening the immune system, strengthening it, turning it into like one of those superpowers. So when the strep throat comes, you got the streptococcus. When you got the acne, because it's all streptococcus, you're using a tool that starts to feed your immune system. But it does more than that. Bugs don't like propolis. So bugs in our system that keep us sick don't like propolis on any level. They don't like propolis. Propolis hampers bugs down. It hampers bugs down. It knocks bugs down, and that's what it does. So that's how propolis works. And you can talk to your doctor what's right for you, but I'm recommending to all friends and family, the whole bit. I'm going to take a little propolis shot right now. Amazing. And propolis is incredible. You can use it straight in your mouth. No problem. If you want. But what I like to do, and I tell people, you can put a dropper full in the mouth and let it stay in there if you need to. And that's one thing someone can do. But taking it with water is a great way to do it. Ask your doctor what's right for you. Make sure you ask your doctor if it's okay to, take propolis if you do venture into it. It's super gentle. That's the whole point, too. That what I love about it, it's super gentle. A lot of people have gastroparesis. A lot of people have mild gastroparesis, more severe. A lot of people have different problems and intestinal tract problems, too, but they can't take a supplement. So you got to take the ones that count or the ones that are gentle. Tracy Vanderpool Smith, love everything you recommend because what you tell us works. Been following your recommendations for 4 years. God bless you, Tracy. That means that any of the the trolls and everything else, you've hung in there so long with all that. My husband is off the liver transplant list. Incredible. He had damage from a Hep C infection. He takes no drugs. And the docs are amazed. Unbelievable. I have had 2 cases of chicken pox in my life, so I am loaded with EBV. Can't wait to try this. My fibro and chronic fatigue is under control because of following your guidelines. God bless you. You've been hanging in there for 4 years, doing the medical medium stuff. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Tracy, for being here. It's so great. So you guys, I'm heading off to IG. I'm pretty sure. And a little bit. Well, I want to show you one other thing too that I forgot about. The MSM. I'm so excited about the propolis. I can't even. Like, can't remember the MSM for the moment. I brought it here. So that's the MSM with calcium and silica. So anybody who's into MSM, right, for aches and pains and joint problems and all the other stuff and connective tissue problems like connective tissue, all that, right, and hair, skin, nails. Hair, skin, and nail supplements, right, skin and nail supplements, right, they don't work. So when you go out there and you want to buy hair, skin, nail supplement, they don't work. Just letting you know. I've talked about that so many times for a lot of reasons because of the quality and everything else. Anyway, there's the silica. There's the MSM product right for anybody that likes MSM, that uses MSM. It's the best there is out there. And Vimergy put silica with it and put a little calcium with it. They balanced it out right, and it's the highest quality MSM out there. So that's something else they came out with, which is so great. And it helps with people's knees and all that stuff that I've seen throughout the years. So that's that. But back to the propolis, though, you guys, I can't tell you how excited I am about this for so many reasons. But you know what? If you can, I'm going to head off to Instagram. I'm going to turn TikTok back on, right? And I'm going to turn Telegram back on. Yeah. You guys, you know what's crazy is that I noticed you're not allowed to try to get information out for the chronically ill. People just all of a sudden, oh, what's he trying to sell now? Well, I don't own the Vimergy company, and I'm not sponsored. So if I came out with a medical medium line, then maybe it would seem like, okay, well, he's just trying to sell his medical medium line. But this is just, from the bottom of my heart, it's the best stuff. I'm excited it's here. And it's like, what do you do? If there's a tool that can help people, you just be quiet. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys. Am I going to be like an influencer where they're drinking celery juice in the closet, but they don't want to tell everybody they are, so they don't want to spread the word? Oh, yeah, I'm taking this propolis, and it's helping me heal, but I'm going to actually say it's something else that's helping me heal so I could sell something. No. This is incredible. Letting you guys know. Ask your doctor what's right for you. Ask your doctor if it's okay for you to use it if you ever do, if you ever do partake in the propolis and so forth, right? But I'm getting friends and family on it. I'm going to Instagram. I'm turning TikTok back on. I'm turning Telegram back on. I love you guys. And by the way, Amazon Live I'm doing today. I'm making sundaes. I'm making ice cream today. I'm making ice cream sundaes. So on Amazon Live at 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Pacific, I'm going to be on Amazon Live, right? You guys know my Amazon Live show? It's the Medical Medium Cooking Show where I have all this different stuff on there and everything. I'm making ice cream sundaes, dairy-free, but I'm making ice cream sundaes. The link is in the description. Link's in the profile, you guys, at TikTok. And everybody here, you guys, the link is in the description, right? I did a show yesterday, you should check the yesterday show too, right? I did it about all kinds of different cool stuff. But listen, I'm going to be on Amazon Live today, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Pacific. I'm going to be making ice cream sundaes. And you guys, it's going to be mind-blowing. I'm not kidding, because I'm going to be making these incredible, beautiful ice cream sundaes. I'm going to put all this incredible stuff on it. It's going to be like you're at a ice cream place. It's going to be really fun. Make sure you're there at Amazon Live today with me, okay? See you guys on TikTok. I see a bunch of you guys are coming on here now. You guys, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be on Amazon Live. The link is in the profile, okay? The link is in the bio. I'm going to be on Amazon Live at 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Pacific. I want you guys to know on TikTok, and I'm going to be making ice cream sundaes. I see everybody coming on here. Everybody's like, what? What's he doing? What's this? What's in his hand? I just saw somebody say, what's in his hand? What's he doing? What did I miss, you guys? What's he doing? So the link's in the bio. The link is in the bio. So the Amazon Live. Hey, man, what's he doing? Hey, man, what's he doing? He's got something in his hand. Yeah, hot fudge sundaes. All right, I'm taking off. I'm going on IG in a couple of minutes. I'm going right on IG, a couple of minutes, okay? And I'm turning on TikTok, and I'm going to lose all this stuff. All right, I can't wait to see you guys. I'm going live again in a little bit.